Diddy trial. He's obsessed with apples. Ladies and gentlemen, we are covering the Sean P. Diddy Combs trial, and has been testified that he has an obsession with apples. He loves apples, and he loves putting applesauce on his cheeseburgers. He threw apples at Gina, one of the victims in this case, chucked a bunch of apples at her. What in the heck is going on with apples? He's obsessed with apples. I'm going to share a Daily Mail report about Diddy's fetish with apples and applesauce. I'll share this with you and then we will further discuss. Check it out. All right, here you go, folks. This is from the Daily Mail. Diddy's stomach-churning cheeseburger topping revealed during sex trafficking trial. And it goes on to say, Diddy's bizarre cheeseburger topping has sickened the court after it was exposed during his blockbuster sex trafficking trial. It says, the former assistants took the stand in his case and revealed more of the rapper's habits as they spilled his secrets on the witness stand. Instead of using ketchup and mustard combo on his cheeseburger, it is revealed he tops his cheeseburgers with applesauce. The revelation adds to the growing list of behaviors linked to the 55-year-old music mogul who is facing charges including racketeering and sex trafficking. On Thursday, former employee George Kaplan testified about Diddy's use of his Black American Express. And he says that Diddy uses it to buy things including applesauce. Yeah, it's all about the applesauce. Kaplan said Mr. Combs loves applesauce and eats it on the side or on top of a lot of things. Diddy's attorney took a further step and asked the ex-employee about cheeseburgers. If cheeseburgers, a classic American favorite, were among the items the rapper topped with applesauce. He says, cheeseburgers being one of them, Kaplan said. When asked if Diddy could possibly keep track of every purchase he made on that Black American Express, Kaplan replied his world was the size of the earth. He was doing businesses all across the world. Frankly, to think that he knew where some of these things were coming from is unrealistic. Yet Thursday's mention of apples was actually the second time the topic had come up in the past week. On Thursday, David James, another former assistant responsible for the hip-hop star's riders, testified about his time working for Diddy, including the unusual demands his former boss made. Using ketchup as an example, James explained that Diddy traveled with American ketchup while visiting the UK, believing that British tomato sauce just wasn't the same. Goes on to say, echoing Kaplan's testimony 2 days later, James told the court he was also required to stock applesauce due to Diddy's fondness of it. Were you aware he put applesauce on his cheeseburgers? To which James responded, I'm not aware, but I knew he liked applesauce. Diddy's cheeseburger secret left jurors visibly grimacing, with one panelist even making a gagging gesture upon hearing the information. Also, during the trial, Kaplan recounted an incident in 2015 where Diddy allegedly threw apples at a girlfriend named Gina while inside his Miami mansion. According to Kaplan, Diddy threw the apples hard. He was angry, Kaplan recounted. Gina was just trying to shield herself with her arms and trying to move away from him. If apples being mentioned 3 times wasn't strange enough, Kaplan also testified Diddy had apples decorating the entryway of his mansion, though he couldn't remember whether they were real or fake. So, yeah, apples. And here's his attorney here saying on the stand that Diddy likes putting applesauce on his cheeseburgers. What in the heck is going on here with apples? Diddy's obsession with apples. He literally threw apples at one of the victims. There's apples lined up all over his Star Island estate when you arrive. bundles and bundles of apples all over the place. This is crazy. What is going on with this apple obsession of P. Diddy? Very strange and bizarre, and I'm sure we'll probably hear more about apples. Maybe he's putting applesauce on people during the freak-offs. I don't know, but expect more apple stuff to be mentioned during his court hearing for sure, which we're covering, by the way, on JLR Investigates. We are live streaming every day throughout the trial from 8:15 to 3 p.m. or whenever court ends. We are on it, so stop by on our channel. We have thousands of people in the chat, and a lot of people during the testimony last week, particularly by Kaplan and James, who are former associates for Diddy who work for him. They're dropping apples and applesauce during their testimony. Everyone's like, what in the heck is going on here? It is bizarre. It's strange. But let me know what you think. Maybe he just likes applesauce, and some people like applesauce on their cheeseburgers. I never heard that before in my life. All right, we'll see what else happens with this case for sure. Let me know what you think. Sub to the channel, like, hit the notification button. Continuous coverage of the Diddy trial, New York City, 500 Pearl Street, Federal Courthouse. I'm about to get myself something to eat, but I don't like apples all like that. They're about to take a bite out of Diddy, the federal government. Like, Diddy. Like McGruff, take a bite out of P. Diddy, because the federal case is very strong thus far, unless you feel otherwise. Let me know what you think. We will talk soon. JLR Investigates. Stay tuned.